Hi there, Rissy here with another episode of Rissy's Room. And again, this book is going to be in collaboration with the Audubon Naturalist Society. And because today is Earth Day, oh my words, we're going to have some fun. We're going to read this book called Kenya's Art. Recycle, reuse, make art. This book is written by Linda Trice and illustrated by Hazel Mitchell. And of course, at the end of this book, Gina is going to have questions that she hopes you can answer. And you're going to have an activity special just for this Earth Day. And also, it's going to connect with what Kenya does, because I think Kenya's art has something to do with recycle, reuse, and making art. So let's find out about Hazel, and let's also find out about ways that we can make Earth Day a part of our life every day. Kenya's art. Why are you playing with that old airplane? Mosi asked. It's my prize, Kenya said. I won it in art class. That was 2 years ago, Mosi said. Kenya, I asked you to get rid of your broken toys, Mom said. But I won this airplane, Mom, Kenya replied. The art teacher said my drawing was the most original. It only has one wing, Mom said. Get rid of all your broken toys, even that airplane. Then ask Daddy to help you with your school project. I'm taking Mosi to her friend's party. Daddy, I need help with my homework, Kenya said. Oh, what do we have to do? He asked. I have to tell the class what I did during spring vacation, Kenya said. I haven't done anything. It's time to take the towels out of the dryer, Daddy said. I can teach you how to fold them. That's not fun, Kenya said. You could learn how to match the clean socks, Daddy said with a smile. Daddy, you're silly, Kenya said. Let's go to the park, Daddy said. Maybe we'll find something there. On the way to the park, Daddy and Kenya saw the twins, Genevieve and Bryce, with their new puppy. Sit, Jack, Bryce said. He did. We taught him that during spring vacation, Genevieve said. Wow, Kenya said. What did you do, Kenya? Genevieve asked. Nothing, Kenya said. Daddy and Kenya sat on a park bench. What is that loud noise? Kenya asked. Noah marched up to them, blowing his trumpet. Boo, 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 boo. I took music lessons during spring vacation, he said. What did you do, Kenya? Nothing, Kenya said. I won a prize at soccer camp, Marie said, and she kicked her ball. What did you do, Kenya? Nothing, Kenya said. I want to go to vacation camp, Kenya told Daddy. They are over by now, he said. Can I get a kitten? Kenya asked. I could teach it how to sit and fetch. I could win a prize. You are not getting a kitten, Daddy said, laughing. But I need something to show in class on Monday, Kenya said. We'll take a tour at the museum, Daddy said. You can tell your class what you learn. Daddy and Kenya followed Miss Alvarez, the museum guide, to the recycling exhibit. Did you know that recycle can mean reusing something instead of throwing it into a bin? Miss Alvarez asked. People reuse all sorts of things, she said. Look at this quilt. It was made from pieces of recycled cloth. My grandma made a quilt from our old clothes, Kenya told Miss Alvarez. Oh, you have a smart grandma, Miss Alvarez said. She knows that quilts are useful because they keep you warm. Miss Alvarez showed them some plastic water bottles that were glued together with colorful streamers around them. The artist recycled used bottles and made something to look at. It's not useful, it's art. Oh, that's a thingamabob, Kenya whispered to Daddy. My art teacher said a thingamabob is something creative that doesn't have another name. Yeah, you don't have to throw everything away, Miss Alvarez said. Is it clean? Is it safe to use? Can you make something useful from it? Or make it into art? Recycle, reuse, make art. Recycle, reuse, make art. Recycle, reuse, make art. Recycle, reuse, make art. Now you. Recycle, reuse, make art. Again. Recycle, reuse, make art. One more time. Recycle, reuse, make art. Whew. Kenya and Daddy chanted as they walked home. Suddenly, Kenya knew what she could do for her spring vacation project. She told Daddy her idea. That's great, he said. The whole family can do it together. The museum guide told us we can use recycled items to make useful things or fun art, Kenya told Mom and Mosi. Let's all recycle, reuse, make art, Daddy said. Kenya found toys that she didn't play with anymore. She brought them into the kitchen. They're all clean and safe to use, she said. A toy truck had only one wheel. A doll had no hair. Nobody would want those toys, Mom said. Recycle, reuse, make art. Recycle, reuse, make art. Kenya and Daddy sang as the family worked. Mom found an old picture frame. She painted it and glued beads from a broken necklace around the edges. I made something useful, Mom said. Kenya touched the pretty frame and said, I can hardly see the scratches. Wow, look at that frame. So pretty. I cut out pictures from an old magazine and glued them on construction paper, Mosi said. It's a card for your friend, Mom said. You made something useful, Mosi, Daddy said. Daddy made a face on a paper plate. He glued on buttons for eyes, a paper flower for a nose, and a broken barrette for a mouth. He added one of his old ties. It's me, he said. I made art. It doesn't look anything like you, Kenya said. Daddy, you're silly. Kenya stuck broken toys into colored clay. She added the airplane with the missing wing. Then she tied everything together with string and hair ribbons. I made art too, she said. It's original, Mom said as she looked at it. It's creative, Daddy said. I made a thingamabob, Kenya said. It's something that has no other name. You got rid of your broken toys too, Mom said. Good job, Kenya. You can tell your class that you learned to recycle, reuse, make art during your spring vacation, Daddy said. How was everyone's vacation, Mrs. Garcia asked the class on Monday. I read 3 books, Ava said. I'm so proud of you, Mrs. Garcia said. I went to Florida and picked oranges in my grandma's backyard, Debbie said. Thanks, everyone said as she shared the oranges. I milked a cow all by myself, Josh said. Wow, everyone said. Kenya didn't say anything. She just smiled. What did you do, Kenya? Mrs. Garcia asked. I learned to recycle, reuse, make art at the museum, Kenya said. Did you make anything, Kenya? Mrs. Garcia asked. I made a thingamabob, Kenya said. I can show everyone how to make one. Wow, and that thingamabob is so big that her dad had to help her bring it to school to show everyone. So no matter what you make with Gina or on your own, today on Earth Day or any other day during the year, I would love to see what you have made. Can you show your pictures to me? You can always post them on my Facebook page, or you could even just let me know by putting it in the comments below on this video. All right, well, I hope you have a wonderful Earth Day. Go outside, smell the fresh air, listen to the birds, feel the grass between your toes, and recycle, reuse, make art. Recycle, reuse, make art. Now you. Recycle, reuse, make art. Again. Recycle, reuse, make art. One more time. Recycle, reuse, make art. All right, Gina. Take it away.
Thank you, Reese. Kenya's Art is the book we have today, and this is a very special book because it talks about reusing. We know that recycling is really good for the environment, but reusing is even better. So let's start answering some questions based on what we have learned in this book.
What did Kenya learn in the museum? She learned to recycle, reuse, and make art. Kenya learned the concept of reusing, which means that if there is something that we don't need anymore, we don't have to throw it away. We can always use it to make something new and useful. What did Kenya use to make her art project? Kenya used her old toys to make a sculpture, and she called it Thingamabob. Instead of throwing those old toys away, she made something useful with them. Do you think reusing is good for our planet? Reusing is really good for our planet. It's even better than recycling. When we reuse something, we are giving that item a new life. We're also saving resources. We don't have to harvest the earth again to make new materials, and also we use less energy. What items do you have around your house or classroom that you could make into something useful? Let's look around and see if there is something that we were about to throw away, but with some creativity we can transform so we can use it again. Things like glass containers, metal cans, milk cartons, old markers, boxes, even plastic spoons are some examples of materials you can reuse. So since we are celebrating Earth Day in April, let's reuse something. For this activity, you will need an empty toilet paper roll, a pair of scissors, seeds of any plant you want to grow, soil, and a watering can. I reused a milk jug and used it for watering my seeds.